like. Diddy is facing another lawsuit here. Yes, that is true. Even from prison, the lawsuits are still flying. We've seen some and several of the lawsuits against Diddy be dropped or things changed. Even the judge ruled that one of the lawsuits didn't have enough information, was very vague, and they said, get that lawsuit up out of here. Now we're hearing that Diddy is facing a lawsuit from another producer. So we had Lil Rod, and now we have this producer that is coming out and saying Diddy may have done something that he shouldn't have. And we're going to talk about it here. Check this out from ABC News.
Welcome back to ABC News Live reports. Sean Diddy Combs is facing new sexual assault allegations. The LA Sheriff's Department says that it's investigating a report from an alleged victim in Florida. That alleged victim has identified himself as music producer Jonathan Hay in social media posts that have since been removed. A spokesperson for Combs has not responded to ABC News' request for comment. Combs is currently serving a federal prison sentence after he was convicted of transportation to engage in prostitution earlier this year. Let's bring in ABC News legal contributor and trial attorney Brian Buckmeyer for more on this. So, Brian, this accuser says he's already listed as John Doe in a civil case against Combs. So talk about how that could impact this investigation now that he's also has identified himself, too.
Shout out to Brian.
Yeah, so the only impact that I can see on this investigation will now be that law enforcement will know who to speak with. But he already reached out to law enforcement in Florida that's been working in conjunction with LA where the alleged crime has occurred. And so the impact of him making notice that he also has a civil case doesn't really affect one or the other. If anything, it affects the potential civil case, because with a typical civil case, you just have lawyers doing the investigation. Now you have the full force and power of the LAPD doing part of the investigation, and their criminal investigation could help create more information that he could go forward in a civil case.
So CJ Wallace, the son of rapper Notorious B.I.G., filed a countersuit against Hay. Hay claims that Wallace and Combs took part in an alleged assault in 2021. Wallace calls Hay's allegations a, quote, calculated smear campaign. Talk to us how that kind of factors into this case.
Wow.
Yeah, so here you have a cross-complaint from a civil matter where you have an original case where Hay is saying that not only Sean Combs, but CJ Wallace, the son of the Notorious B.I.G., was a part of these sexual allegations. In terms of them going back and forth, you'll see a cross-complaint in the sense of filing for damages for either claim. You'll go through the typical process of sitting down for depositions, accounting for discovery that may come about. But because Sean Combs has been tried for a federal crime, is currently now in Fort Dix, New Jersey, serving a 15-month sentence, this civil lawsuit, along with many others, have been on pause. And so these countersuits and original suit may just sit in limbo for some time.